Hey everyone, Harris Rubenstein here for NBA Now. The Lakers have actually started to turn things around the past couple of weeks. Currently sit at 12-9, fresh in the playoff hunt in the Western Conference. But there's a lot of stuff swirling around this team, including a possible blockbuster trade that we will get to towards the end of our news segments. But let's start with our first rumor here. The Lakers might start monitoring LeBron's minutes. Now, Magic Johnson has said multiple times in the past and this past week that they do not want to overplay him and want to save him for the playoffs. Now, remember, this isn't like LeBron James in Cleveland. Last year, LeBron James led the NBA in minutes. This year, minutes aren't that high. He's still playing 35 minutes a game, but his minutes are closer to the amount that, a Tobias Harris is playing, or a Kemba Walker. Josh Richardson and LeBron James are playing the same amount of minutes right now, which is good. LeBron James at this age, with how long he's going to be playing for the Lakers, doesn't need to be playing 40 minutes a night. He just doesn't, especially with the amount that the Lakers want to start playing their young guys. Magic is right for doing this, as is Luke Walton. And I think LeBron also has a little bit of a say in this as well. I will say this year more so than any other year, I think since the last year in Miami, I don't think I've seen LeBron give up or be more lackadaisical on the defensive side of the court than this year. And I think he and Magic and Luke are all kind of in cohorts here saying, all right, let's not go 100% all the time. Big games, sure, but for now, I think these little games, let LeBron get his rest. Let's talk about something a little bit more concerning. This has been swirling all around the Lakers. It's the concept of LeBron ignoring Luke Walton's plays. Now, some anonymous NBA scouts, that could be me for all you know, say that LeBron is ignoring Walton when he plays point for the Lakers, saying that when LeBron is playing point, he doesn't look at Luke Walton enough to get the play call. If there is any player in the NBA who doesn't need to look directly at his head coach to know what play he wants to run, isn't it LeBron James? I'm sure that Luke Walton gives him a total amount of plays saying, these are the plays you're going to run when you're at point, and LeBron calls them himself. He's the best player in the NBA. He doesn't need Luke Walton calling play-by-play for him every single night. This isn't Ben Simmons with Brett Brown. This is LeBron James. Now, I'm sure that LeBron will sometimes ignore Luke Walton because he thinks he can call a better play, but I don't think there's some conspiracy going on here that LeBron James is ignoring Luke Walton. But I don't know from you guys because, I'm just a man with a face with a mouth. Do you believe LeBron is ignoring Luke Walton? Give me an L for yes, give me a W for no. I'd put an S, maybe like a sometimes, because he's LeBron and sometimes he's going to do whatever he wants. Sometimes you're going to call a play for LeBron, he's going to see a wide open lane and end up laying it up for free anyway. So I don't think he's outwardly ignoring Luke Walton's plays. He's just doing what LeBron always does, which is I'm going to do what I think is best on a basketball court. And for now, they're 12-9, so it's not really that big of an issue. Let's talk about a really funny headline, though. Apparently, LeBron almost went to the Denver Nuggets. Now, him and John Kroenke, which is Stan Kroenke's son, are very close friends. They vacation together, they hang out with each other, this and that. Apparently, he tried to court him to Denver, but obviously it didn't work. Really funny story. Apparently, Kroenke's son sent LeBron a Denver Nuggets jersey with James 23 on the back and then wrote him a note saying, can't wait to see you in this next year. And then LeBron apparently called him and they had a good chuckle. Denver never had enough money to pay him anyway. It was just a fun thing. And again, obviously LeBron James didn't end up going to the Denver Nuggets. If you guys want to make some sweet cash this year on the NBA, go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NBA120 for a 120% deposit bonus. What does that mean? I don't know what a deposit bonus means. Take $100, deposit it, use that promo code, and get a 120% bonus, which means 120% of 100 is $120. So you get $120 for free. It's the best deal on the internet. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NBA120. Let's get to our next rumor here. Let's talk about Brandon Ingram and the rest of these young guys. So a reporter for the LA Times asked Brandon Ingram if the young guys get caught watching LeBron James too much late in games, and Ingram even admitted saying, quote, sometimes we slip into that and we need to start moving better off the ball. If there's one thing that has been very apparent to me and anybody else that watches the Lakers, they have had severe issues late in games getting the team together and getting it organized. And I think that has a lot to do with the youth of this team and the fact that they don't really know what to do around LeBron during those late game situations. Sure, LeBron James usually takes over, as he should, but there's other guys on this team that need to make an impact. Brandon Ingram has made some clutch shots in the past. Kyle Kuzma has that ability as well. Lonzo Ball can be that guy too. But right now, it's simply inexperience. And I think we didn't count that inexperience enough with this Lakers team early on. Honestly, the fact that they're 12-9 at this point in the year, you should be pretty happy if you're a Lakers fan. That is definitely over the expectations that I would have had for them at this point in the year. Let's get into maybe what will end up being the first blockbuster trade of this year, and no, it has nothing to do with Kyle Korver going to the Utah Jazz. How about the Lakers making a move for Bradley Beal? Sources told both ESPN and Yahoo Sports that the Lakers love Bradley Beal and may be willing to move young pieces for him. Now, there are no reported talks between the two sides at this time. The Wizards are pretty adamant about keeping Beal in-house, but there are some speculations out there that if the Lakers were willing to move the likes of Brandon Ingram and maybe Josh Hart as well, that the Wizards would be willing to move Bradley Beal and his $20+ million a year contract. So, with that being said, we dusted off the Rubenstein trade machine, and this would be the move that I would make if I was the Lakers. Move Ingram, move Josh Hart, move your first-round pick from this year, and get Bradley Beal. Easy move. Why? Brandon Ingram is a good player, as is Josh Hart. Bradley Beal is already an NBA All-Star, and he's only 25 years old. So people want to talk about how young Brandon Ingram is. Okay, he's young. He's 21 years old. That's fine. But Bradley Beal, at 25 years old, gets 4 full years next to LeBron from 25 to 29 years old. You get peak Bradley Beal for 4 years next to LeBron instead of just waiting for Ingram and waiting for Josh Hart to come around. You still get to keep the young pieces of Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo Ball, and guess what? It fills the shooting guard hole on this team for a half decade, if not more. Look at this lineup. This is a great lineup around LeBron James. Ingram, included in this lineup, would be fine, but Beal is a great off-ball shooter and is one of the best off-ball screeners as well in the NBA and is a perfect fit next to LeBron James. There are few shooters in the NBA who would be a better fit next to LeBron. Maybe Chris Middleton would be as good of a fit next to LeBron as Bradley Beal. Very few players could have the shooting prowess and the off-ball movement that you need around LeBron in order for them to be good. And if you're the Wizards, I mean, hell, you got to make a move and get some young talent on this team and shake things up. And what if the perfect guy to build around be a 21-year-old Brandon Ingram who you take away from LeBron James and say, go score us 22 points a night and let's see how you develop. His role with the Wizards would be more in line with what he wants to be as an NBA player and not so much with what he is on the Lakers right now. A Beal for Ingram and Josh Hart swap would be huge for both teams, plus that extra first-round pick that the Wizards would be able to get. I think from a money standpoint, you would have to move some extra stuff around on both sides just to make this work 100%. Maybe add a third team as well. Maybe Otto Porter gets moved into a 3-team trade, and all of a sudden you have Ingram and Kelly Oubre starting on the court at the same time. Maybe Josh Hart ends up as a starter as well. You can do a lot of different things. But moving Bradley Beal at this time is probably the best case scenario for the Wizards. Because, man, are you really going to be able to move $40 million worth of John Wall for the next 4 years? I don't think so. Bradley Beal at 25, though, way easier of a contract to move. Let me know in the comments section below. Should the Lakers trade for Bradley Beal? I say yes. Absolutely yes. Wait until the deadline when the Wizards are really desperate, and I think they will be willing to move Bradley Beal. He's a very good player at a prime position in the NBA, great three-point shooter, great off-ball mover as well. You need those guys to play around LeBron James. And if Ingram, by the time the trade deadline, hasn't gotten his stuff together and Hart hasn't found some consistency in his game, they might make a move. And I think Bradley Beal is going to be the #1 guy that they're going to be spotting for this trade deadline. It's a holiday season, everyone. You're looking for something to buy your dad. You're looking for something to buy your brother. Don't buy them a crappy tie this year. Buy them something that they're going to want to wear, like a Mizzen and Main button-down shirt. These are the most comfortable shirts that I have ever worn. You just throw them in the wash and they're done. Like any other shirt, just throw them in the wash, throw them in the dryer, take them out, and wear them. No wrinkles, no ironing needed. These are the best shirts that you're going to find anywhere this holiday season. No cotton involved. You don't have to worry about your shirt coming out of the dryer looking like it's for a 5-year-old. Never have these issues. Head to www.comfortable.af and get your holiday shopping done easily this year with Mizzen and Main. All right, let's get to our last rumor here. Let's talk about the Lakers defense. Now, the Lakers defense, this has been something pointed out by both Luke Walton and Magic Johnson. Through the first 15 games of the year, the Lakers defense was top 10 in the NBA. Now, over the past, next 8 to 9 games, they've now dropped out of the top half of the NBA in defense, and I am pointing fingers at you, LeBron James. This has been one of the worst defensive seasons of LeBron James's career, and his worst in at least a half a decade. The effort on the defensive side of the ball for this team starts with LeBron. Why? This isn't the same team he had on Cleveland with a bunch of vets who are going to play defense independently of LeBron. These young guys are going to follow his lead with just about everything, defense included. One of the biggest reasons why the defense is bad is because they see LeBron not try, and they think, oh, I can do that too. These are young guys, and LeBron needs to realize that his leadership style has to change the younger that these players are. And I think that that's one of the biggest reasons why the Lakers defense has been so bad this season.